Miami is nice, so I'll say it thrice. Miami is nice. Miami is nice. Miami is nice. Hey, y'all, come on in. It's great to see you.
We have a Miami-inspired soap today from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements.
It's a beautiful morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
But on Wednesdays and Saturdays.
We are the Barbershop Duet.
Hey, y'all, and we just hit our 1-year anniversary as the Barbershop Duet here on YouTube, and we are so grateful to all of you for making it possible. We just started a Discord. Come on over, join it, say hi. We kind of treat it like a dry erase marker on the barbershop door when we're not here. So get a behind-the-scenes peek at how we do what we do, or some episodes that might be upcoming. So we hope to see you there.
Come join the fun. So for our mention today, I wanted to bring up this brush because I've spent a little more time with it now. My Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements Estrellas brush. I think I'm saying it right.
No, that's right.
It's 22 millimeters, and I have to say, I really do like the little square handle in my hand. It really keeps it from slipping. You know, sometimes when you get a little soap on your hands, and the backbone on this is actually very nice, I gotta say.
And I love it because when I went to the Hollywood Museum in California, they had all the original brushes that Max Factor used to use on all the movie stars. This looks a lot like it. So hey, I love this brush. It's got a great look to it.
And for those that like the look for Shave of the Days, this one matches a lot of things because it's kind of got that clear action. Right. So if that's your jam, there you go.
And for our soap today, Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements soaps come in seasons. And as this one was saying goodbye last season, we knew we should probably grab it for the next one. So let's finally meet this beautiful soap. All right, y'all, so from the sales page at Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements, we're going to do this a little bit differently because we totally remember that this soap is sort of an homage to a mint mojito. So we're going to read the set notes now just because we already
So if you don't want to know them, fast forward this chunk.
Right.
Meet you on the next
Spoiler alert. Miami Libre, the reboot, available for a limited time.
The perfect balance of cool, fresh, and invigorating mint mojito. Notes of freshly muddled mint with tropical undertones of, pineapple, lime, rum, and a sexy taste of sweet Cuban cigar tobacco. Okay.
I don't remember picking that out of my teeth last time I had a mint mojito. There are some surprises hiding
There
in here.
are. An accord that will immediately engage your senses and capture your imagination.
For those familiar with the hot, sensual landscape of the Miami nightlife, this scent is for you. Miami Libre was made especially for the South Florida Wet Shavers Group. This scent was too good to keep a secret. Saludos, mis amigos. We first introduced Miami Libre in 2015, and it came back as an Advent scent, and now returns for an encore performance. Enjoy. I'm excited. I don't know if this one will come back for the 2024 year. I know we've been saving it in case it does, but summer's running out, so we wanted to get this shot now. So cheers. Let's set up our deck chair and call for a tropical drink. All right, y'all, this one's been hiding in there for a while.
Yes, finally out of the box. This was back when we were just getting soap, so this is the lovely label here.
Beautiful, y'all. I'm hoping this does come back in case we do really want the splash.
I've seen people using it over summer, and they're the little ones from the Advent calendar, so clearly people still enjoy this. So we will see when we get our noses.
All right, y'all, and let's have a first impression.
Look at the label, though. They're like swimming in an old time with those old swim caps on.
Right?
This is a throwback.
And she is clearly having a good time and has possibly had some veneers because those are amazing teeth.
Right? But then there's the fishies on the label. I don't know if I see a cube, but I see fishies.
And you know what? The cube might be hiding.
Is that what that is? Oh, and maybe
there we go. The
it's
fish from Kane and Crabapple and Newton. Wait. There's something to these fish.
Hints going on here. We have yet to figure these out.
All right, I want you to take this in. I want to see your face. Yes.
Okay, so fun fact. I did have, I think it was my first mint mojito when I was visiting my friends in Vegas to audition for a show. I didn't get the show, clearly. But they were at the top of the stratosphere. There was like a big discount for matinee kind of timing. Yeah. And I tried my first mint mojito. And I didn't know that I liked the muddled mint thing. Was so new. So anyways, that was my first real mint mojito. But now, in a soap, I'm very curious.
Y'all, our neighbors, Val Val and Jess, they have since moved to Oregon with the rest of the neighborhood. But y'all, they used to have these parties where they would make the most amazing mojitos. Val even dressed like Captain Morgan once for Halloween.
Ooh, fun.
Y'all, they would get this very specialized mint and muddle it in a very specialized sort of pestle and mortar kind of thing.
Right.
It's a thing,
it is
y'all.
A thing.
Kind of like absinthe. There are like a few drinks that like have a process and have a culture that surround them. So this is why I'm excited.
Curious.
So luckily we both know what this is kind of supposed to smell like, but I didn't have tobacco in mine. I'm excited to see what that might add
What
to
was
it.
the one at Disneyland that we tried? It was lemonade, though.
It was a strawberry basil lemonade. And they used the mortar and pestle
Similar
to like
idea.
do the same thing with the basil there, right? So,
and both of those, like, that concept just totally screams summer for me now. Like, even not if there's any liquor in there, but just like the mint kind of vibe in something.
Freshness of an herb that's been freshly ripped open.
You wouldn't think you'd like it to drink, but it's really refreshing.
Oh, completely. Especially there's a lemon in there.
Okay.
All right.
No more stalling.
I'm excited. Let's see what we get.
But because I read that list of the other fruits in there, I'm curious, like, how they combine.
Pineapple, those other fruits. I'm excited to see what those might be adding to the mojito vibe. And
a little Miami-esque with the tobacco scene. I don't know. We're going to see what happens. Ooh, it's close tight. We have not taken a whiff of this. I promise.
Now, it's been on the piano for a year. Some of you wondering about the longevity of P&A soaps. Well, I bring you glad tidings of great choice. Show them the pour.
Okay, here we look.
Still beautiful.
All right, let's get my nose in here. Ready? Oh, there's a lot of things happening in here.
Yeah?
Wow, there's something, the sweeter side is more than I was expecting.
Hey!
Hold on. But yes, lots of potency, still good after a year.
Okay, there you go.
There's more other spices in the back of this.
Nice.
And it does have a fun, like, make my mouth want to drool a little sweet kind of thing happening.
Oh, Douglas and Fran do their gourmands very well.
Yeah, okay. And it's interesting, if I hadn't read the mint mojito side, at least before we lather it, I'm not obnoxiously hit with the mint part first. There's other stuff in here.
Now, I was kind of hoping that this would be more of a Miami vibe than necessarily like a sweaty mojito in your hand. So is this too much to hope for? Is this more of a Miami vibe than just the drink?
I would not throw you in bed for saying that. And there is something like a beachy, humidity kind of vibe that Florida has, you know? Like, there's somehow in the smell, it has that, like, hot, muggy vibe coming through. I don't know how.
I feel like this might be right up my alley.
And there is subtly more masculine thing. I don't know if it's the tobacco-y kind of that, you know, happening, but there's something in there. Not that I couldn't wear it. The sweet side, I think I could definitely pull off, but there is something in here that's definitely more, a little bit on the masculine kind of vibe happening.
Now, do you sense the pineapple?
There's a sweet in here, but I think instead of me getting just pineapple, whatever those other fruits are that are with it, they're like almost all blended together.
Gotcha.
Maybe. Somehow that's coming through.
Now, how is the tobacco sitting in the scent?
It's consistent, but I don't really get the full effect until the end of the whiff. But there's something else mixed with it, which is almost disguising it to where I'm not exactly sure if it is that tobacco vibe. Or maybe it's a different type of more the dry leaf, not the full plant. I don't know. Maybe it's like in the humidifier. I am not sure, but it's tweaked. There's something different happening. Yeah, I don't know if I helped any of you much, but that was...
you helped me a great deal. I'm no longer expecting like a sweaty mint mojito. I'm now more expecting like I'm sitting at a table in Miami maybe, and I've got the drink on the table.
Right, and you're definitely getting whiffs of it. It's there, but it's not like overwhelming, like taking over the scent. It's much more blended with the other things we read.
Okay, let's see if I'm right.
Let's see if we can go to Miami. A little whiff to get you there. Maybe we can hang with the Golden Girls, you know? Take a whiff.
That's funny. We were just talking about what we were going to start watching after Three's Company's over in 6 episodes.
There we go.
All right. Oh.
It's very not what I was expecting. In a cool way. What I thought I had in mind.
Y'all, I put this way more on the Planet Phoenix shelf than I do the Gourmand shelves.
Oh, interesting.
Hold on.
Wow, your nose caught different things.
Yeah.
Okay. This is why there's good to have two of us.
Whoa, this is the Malbush Planet Phoenix sort of line to this.
Interesting.
Not a mojito for me. Okay. No, you are right. This is a Miami vibe. And hold on. I'm glad he said nights, because there is something beautiful, clean, and spicy about this. A little bit reminiscent of like a late 60s aftershave, but not so musky and like as the 70s ones.
More the spice
back
side.
up. Yeah, and then hold on. This builds out from there. It's like this beautiful clean edge, but it's definitely got like a layer of spices and woods and herbs on it. So they're using more of the clean spices, I think the sages almost, and kind of like those things to kind of make this more of that dapper, clean, vibey edge
and
of
then
just something on the breeze.
The fruit side you were asking me about. Right. Smell for the fruit. See where that takes you.
That is half of the identity of this, y'all, is the pineapple and those beautiful fruits that are adding their natural sweetness to this. So there's nothing like sugary to this. This is all done with natural fruits.
But it is sweet, but it's naturally
sweet. 100%. But let's see. Yeah, this is Malbo sweet, y'all. This is like right there, slightly above center of just like a little bit of a beautiful flower in your lapel kind of a thing. And then, and I am struck with how beautifully the tobacco is sitting in there because it's a special tobacco. Is it a leaf? No. Is it the burnt tobacco? No. It's
maybe
something in the middle or something both, right?
And
I love that you said humid because I do get the sense that tobacco, whatever it is sitting in a humidor.
Isn't that crazy? There. Like just the heat of Florida, like somehow it's changing the scent. It's happening.
Right, the fruit trees, I get a sense of that. And then there's one last wisp. And if I'm going to describe it to you, it is like being on Miami Beach and getting all of those other natural things, getting a little even wisp of the sand, and then you get this beautiful sense of walking past this Four Seasons hotel lobby and just a little bit of a sense of clean linen and bamboo. Something like that is on the breeze, y'all, just to let you know that there is a resort to your right that's about to take great care of you. Whoa.
But don't you think it's an older kind of resort, like back a few eras? I don't know if I'm getting a current vibe.
I get that it's a brand new building, but it's built in like a Mission style, so it's meant to look sort of old
Something about that
nostalgic.
Character
it's
coming through differently.
Whoa, y'all. Okay, so this is in such... I totally get the scent notes, but they've been taken apart and put back in a
Don't think reading that is going to explain
different
this.
Order. Y'all, if you thought this was going to be a mint mojito, there are miracles and wonders in store for you.
Here.
And I wonder if we can help unpack this a little bit if we take another look at these scent notes. There's a wall that the sweet hits, but it's a beautiful, spicy wall. I don't know how better to describe that. All right, so back to the sales page at Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements.
The perfect balance of cool, fresh, and invigorating mint mojito, which breaks down to notes of freshly muddled mint.
Yes, please hold on. I think it's a spearmint.
It is definitely the muddled, though. It's been broken down and kind of ripped up a little.
And it might be a little bit of that spearmint from Huxley's Better Blend, which I think has a gorgeous bit of musk in it, but we'll get back to that. That is not just spearmint, but I sense it in here and then going
And then it has, with tropical undertones of pineapple, lime,
Yep.
and the rum, I think is what's the spice side.
Yes.
Something in there is making those fruits not too bright.
And those three go together to make sure this ain't a Ventus, if you know what I mean, because the Ventus is that beautiful spicy pineapple that Cree did. This is a far cry from that. So a lot of times the shaving soap, when I see pineapple, I'll be like, is this an Aventus? Nope.
Right.
Not at all.
And it's not the pineapple
binding.
whipped one.
No,
with either, not that kind.
And it's binding with the lime and the rum. And that's the sense of the drink. But like she said, it's not in your nose. It's on the table. And there's so much more going on. All right.
And then this is why it's sweet, but not too crazy. Because it's a sexy taste of sweet Cuban cigar tobacco. So that really does paint a different picture of, it's not a normal tobacco that we have in other things. Like this is a whole different side of the tobacco coming through.
When I went to the Bahamas, my nose was not good enough to tell the difference between a Dominican cigar and a Cuban cigar. But people I was with were like, oh yeah, that's the Cuban cigar. And it was.
Okay, see, I will trust those people because clearly that's the difference.
Something to it, clearly. If you've had a Cuban cigar, put in the comments, is it really worth it?
Okay. I'm really curious to lather this up because I feel like I now get the tiers. I get like the mint brings me in, then I get to the sweeter side of the fruits, and then it goes to the sweet tobacco side. Like there's something that keeps it. Oh, thank you. So, time to break up this little
It's like the surface of the moon. Look at that. It
does.
Which is hollow. Oh, I'm so glad to have this. Do we have anything in the PAA line that's like sort of this drink / vibe?
Right? I don't even know how to explain it. Like, it's more of like a masculine sweet. Like, sometimes we talk about a masculine floral. This is somehow a masculine sweet.
Without that tobacco going too dark or spicy. That tobacco stays in the lighter browns and tans.
It totally does. Okay, here is the brush in action, y'all. I actually really do kind of like the black bristles.
Right.
They're super fun, too.
And you know, I emailed Fran a bunch of questions the other day, and one of them was about her favorite scents, and one of them was about her vibes that she helps Douglas create.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And about how they're so tricky. And that once you do it, it's almost like mixing music, about how each instrument has to sit so perfectly in the balance that nothing is like shooting up, because otherwise it would be. If there was too much mint in this, it would be a mint flavored soap. If there was too much tobacco in this, it would be a tobacco forward soap. And when you ask the brethren, what's that smell like? They'd be like, oh, tobacco and then some other stuff.
Right.
So I think the supreme challenge is in creating a soap where when you smell it, well, very much like the beach. Well, what's the primary note? I don't know. I don't know. It's too hard to find.
More the vibe.
But I know where I am. I know where I am, and it's Miami.
Yeah,
it's 90 miles north of Cuba, for sure. All right, y'all. So you will only find this here in the Barbershop Duet. This is the Bette Midler only in Miami with on 3, 1, 2. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's...
The lightness of this is really charming, and what the fruits end up doing in the lather.
And now this is the moment where we wish we would have gotten the splash, because I feel like there's something that really, in that lasting scent of having it on you, would have kind of clicked that last little piece. This is just a wonderful teaser. Now Marcus is sad.
This is the look of pure regret. Y'all, there are flavors that are designed to light our brain up so that back when we were evolving and you had to hunt down those flavors and it took a lot of effort, you were willing to put in that effort. But when you taste it, this isn't kale. This is a steak. And there's a giant difference for those of us who have tasted both of those things. And I feel like there is something in the way that the tobacco and the fruits come together at the bottom of this that make my nose go, whoa. There's kale and there's steak, and there's something about that intriguing sense at the bottom of that is just lighting my brain up somehow.
It's funny. My brain keeps taking me onto the set of, is it Blue Hawaii? The one with Elvis?
With Elvis,
There's
where Angela
just
Lansbury played his mother.
Yeah, but there's something about the colors in that movie and the time frame that's where my mind's going. Like, it is a tropical kind of side. It does have a vacation vibe, and then the drink and the cigar business that are in there, like, it's just a different time. Like, that's what it was all about. Your presentation, your drinks, your party, like, you know.
Beautifully nostalgic, too, because it was meant to be sort of a tourism film. You couldn't actually get to Hawaii before that except by boat, which no matter where you were, that was an effort in and of itself. So this is the first time that, like, major airlines, right? That's why the Brady Bunch did their Hawaii episodes, was in partnership with the airlines, because now people could go to Hawaii to get there, right? But yeah, crazy movie. When Elvis gets off the plane to meet his girlfriend and he's already making out with somebody, he's like, wait, what? He needs Angela Lansbury as his mother. But totally that, like, this place is so beautiful. Everywhere you look is a postcard.
Right.
That Blue Hawaii
like,
vibe.
Whatever that kind of almost nod to an aftershave, like, that's the years it's taking me to for some reason, which is super fun.
You know, if I did go to a barbershop in Cuba, this is kind of what I hope it would smell like, and kind of what I hope they would put on.
Would they give you a mint mojito while you're at the barber?
And a cigar?
And someone's got a cigar.
I'm guessing, and if I'm not imbibing in this stuff, my barber better be.
Yeah,
this could be the Cuban barbershop. I'm going to put my flag in that.
And I kind of feel like you're sitting outside for some reason.
Yes! No, 100%, because you can smell the trees, you can smell the herbs and the flowers.
And the heat in the air, or like the heat dissipating if it's turning to night. Like, it's an adventure, y'all.
Now, I have been to the southernmost tip of the United States, and some crazy stuff happens there, especially if you watch the live cam that they've got set up. We'll let you know about that when we go to Libre. Yeah, y'all, somewhere between Miami and Cuba, there is Key West, Florida, and there is this giant buoy that says southernmost tip of the United States. Now, it's not really. There's a private island that sits a little further south, but this is the one that you can go to.
Right.
And they put a live cam on it, which they probably shouldn't have done.
Like, it's 24-hour live
and it's
cam.
Across the street and tiny, so nobody can tell it's there. And it's 24 hours.
We've seen some things.
So what happens there at 3 p.m. with mom and pop and the tourists is not what happens there at 3 a.m. when they suddenly. So stay away from that channel.
Yeah, we found a few of these during.
Just don't.
Yeah,
it is not our finest hour.
No, but there have been cool ways like this in the beginning of quarantine, like when everyone was locked in, and we would see these live cams. There was one in Florida that we would watch. There was one there was just cool places that they have that we could just watch the time change. I'm like, oh, it's 5 o'clock there.
Coney Island, the big dock at Coney Island. You can watch people walking up and down.
And all the cruise ship docks. Like, there was just really this fun live cams that we had no idea we could, like, jump through a view.
But y'all, You can do that with your nose with stuff like this. You can whisk your way to Miami or Rome or how many different places now do we have represented in our shave cabinet? Just for Phoenix alone, it's bananas.
We might have to rock, paper, scissors on who's going to shave with this, because this is super fun. I got to say, I'm thoroughly...
I love that my nose just can't go deep enough into that tobacco and gourmand combination.
Go back and watch his long whiffs. That'll tell you.
And no matter how far down I go, there's more to be found in that.
I know we don't talk about lather, but...
This goes just as deep, y'all, but it keeps the darks, it keeps the spices. I'm not sure how. Now, we have realized that when we watch our favorite people shave on YouTube, like Ohio Shaves, we pay attention to how that lather goes on the face. So we are going to start integrating that into our show here so you can see how this lather covers just a little. Here we go.
My new little brush.
Oh, it always feels. Look at that, y'all. Lather. Look how thick that goes on. And it is slick and beautiful. It's going to stay right there wherever you want it. Oh, yeah. Look at that.
It is super, super thick. That woke up immediately.
And room temperature
nice
water.
Little slickness
you
action.
See little peaks from the
I know I'm kind of sad to waste this after our episode. Somebody's going to have to shave.
I'm not ready to shave. And you know, I think it's the lime. I think it's the lime that keeps it buoyed like to the surface, because there's something that doesn't let this get too dirty.
It's true.
And I think it's the lime and the pineapple that kind of keep
there's something.
it there.
And then like above it, like the mint mojito is almost the spice. Almost could be felt like a basil, like you said earlier. There's just that greenness note that comes through.
And you know what I love to be able to say in these episodes? If somebody were to say, like, what does this smell like? Well, now that we've got 350 almost subs going on, I can usually draw a few lines. Well, this is in this lane, this is in this lane.
A little close to this.
And this is sort of in the Malibu lane, a little bit in how the sweets are coming together with the tobaccos. But y'all, in general, if somebody was like, what does this smell like? Nothing else.
No.
Nothing else we've got. There are wisps of it in some other things.
Yeah,
but this personality, this is like, what is Ed Wynn like? He's like Ed Wynn. What's Stephen King like? He's like Stephen. What's Alicia Keys like? She's like Alicia Keys.
Like if I read this list and then I took a whiff, I don't know if that could even explain what I'm smelling.
No.
You know, like they're all here. I know that.
So
but
glad
here,
you said that too.
It's its own vibe. It's Miami Libre.
This is one of those
thing.
rare soaps where the scent notes will not help you much because everything they've done with them is so undescribable.
I mean, it smells good. They're definitely here. But I do feel like I'd have to rewrite that because I don't know if I can help get across what I'm smelling.
So it's pretty simple, y'all. Just be Horatio Caine on CSI Miami. And when they tell you that they've infiltrated an elementary school where they're actually just making Cuban cigars. Looks like school's out and you just got your own. So head over to their website at phoenixartisanaccoutrements.com. Or even better, do it by way of the link in the description. It's an affiliate link, which lets them know that we sent you, and it gives us back a small percentage of the sale, which we'll probably spend on soap so we can make more episodes. It's at no cost to you, and we would be grateful. Well, I've had my shave, y'all, with Miami Libre. And you know what I love about this? It's the mojito you're expecting and the mint you're not. It's the spices you might be expecting, but the tobacco that you're not. And that sits in the middle of it. Y'all, this is a beautiful, pure, sunlit, humidified tobacco leaf that is a little unmatched in my cabinet. And I'm thinking I hope this comes out for 2024 because I don't have the splash yet. And y'all, This Phoenix lather, it's a vegan formula, CK6, and it is an amazing thing on your face. It lets you create it in whatever means you want and use it however you want. It's your shave. Douglas, Fran, and Huxley, thanks for this.
Welcome to Messages.
And also, it's that magic time. We're going to pull our lucky winner's name for our $20 e-gift card giveaway to Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. Yay! And here is the list of our wonderful entrants, and thank you all for entering.
Yes, thank you. We have Angelo, Dan, Ronnie, Sam S., Mickey, Irvin, Lee, Jake, Al, Shave Trooper, Vincent, Frank, DJ, Eugene, Malcolm, Michael, Josue, Stanley, Tom, Sam H., Trey, and Craig.
And those are your lucky numbers. Hey, y'all, thank you so much for sending in your emails and entering our giveaway. And here comes that magical moment.
Let's hope she gets it right.
Shall we? Alexa, give me a number between 1 and 22.
Here's a number between 1 and 22. It's 2.
2.
Dan!
Dan is our lucky winner.
Thank you.
Congratulations, my friend. We will be
Be in
reaching out to you
touch.
today to get you that e-gift card. And hey, let us all know what you choose.
Yeah.
I love that it's the drink and then they zoomed out because I'm having
Yep.
such a good time exploring the rest of the town.
Like, I really feel like I'm on an adventure. I don't know what time zone I'm in, which is super fun, but it's a fun place.
Yeah.
Like, what I'm smelling, it smells real. I'm there. I'm enjoying myself.
And I think the defining characteristic of a vibe is it's not pokey. It's not in your face. It's not needing to prove where you are. You're getting a sense, gently, gradually, of where you are. Like waking up from a beautiful nap on a lounge chair on a white Miami beach. That's how this washes over you. And I love that the beach does the same thing, like a beautiful slow tide coming in on the sand. It doesn't attack you with all of these really strong scent notes. Nope. It just sort of cradles you until you wake up in a brand new place. And I love that experience.
Like, it does have that just, like, scent escape to
Right,
it.
right.
Like, it does. It really is almost that, like, smell-o-vision vibe we've been talking about. Like, it's just taking me somewhere.
And my brain kind of showed me that in order to make this balance, they had to turn up the saturation on the lime. They had to turn it down on the pineapple. They had to turn it up on the tobacco and really up on the sweetness. Just so when you look at this whole picture, the colors are just popping in exactly the right ways to light your brain up. And Douglas and Fran, I love this. Thank you for creating this fantastic Southern Florida vibe.
Right? I still don't know what time of day I would use this. Like, I can't pick, which is kind of cool. I feel like it's at any time, right?
Night time. I'm late at night. The sun's gone down.
Don't forget your next appointment with the Barbershop Duet.
Oh, you'll smell better just watching this.